So, I read the story about that BuzzFeed ran about how Donald Trump directed Michael Cohen to lie to Congress, and he's done. So, okay, let me explain. Here's the critical parts. I just don't want you to miss the critical parts. That's partly why I'm doing this video. So, now look, is BuzzFeed going to make something up? No, they're not a right-wing publication. Can they get something wrong? Sure, of course, anybody can get something wrong. But this is a huge, huge deal. And am I vouching for BuzzFeed? No, I don't need to. Let me put it this way. That's not the thrust of my argument at all. I mean, I was greatly amused by Newt Gingrich coming out and saying, oh, it's just like a grocery tabloid. You mean like the National Enquirer, which your ally Donald Trump used all the time to spread fake stories? Is that what you mean, Newt Gingrich? Anyway, he of course was not challenged on that. Anyway, so how do I know that that BuzzFeed is got the story right? On a couple of fronts. So first of all, they talked to a couple of sources that have this information that are in the federal government. They're not going to make up that they have federal government sources if they don't. And why would those government sources put this out there if it isn't true, only to be embarrassed later that it wasn't true? So that's very, very unlikely. But okay, so you still hold out that possibility. I hear you, right? But today, this morning, the White House spokesperson put the nail in the coffin. When asked by Bill Hemmer on Fox News, do you deny this story that President Trump directed Michael Cohen to lie to Congress? And he said, oh, you know, BuzzFeed's a ridiculous publication and fake news. And Hemmer, to his credit, which is shocking, said, yeah, but do you deny the story? And the spokesperson said, no, but BuzzFeed is ridiculous and preposterous and it's an insult to be asked a question. Well, no way. Oh my God, he just said he doesn't deny the story. And he very, very clearly went back to talking points and did not deny the story. That's basically the White House spokesperson going, I'm not going to jail. Okay, I mean, you're telling me to tell you that Donald Trump did not tell Michael Cohen to lie to Congress, and I'm not going to say that because I don't know who's going to jail, but it ain't me. Okay, so that is enormous evidence that the White House spokesperson will not actively, he said no, but, okay, like, no, I won't deny the story, but, no, he's a goner when the spokesperson at the White House won't defend him on this story. So now, there's one other critical part, but before I get to that, by the way, how much do you love the snow in Denver? It's the kids. So Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump Jr., they are saying, oh, did I know about this? So look, guys, if you don't already know something that's fairly obvious, that's okay if you're not a lawyer or a politician. Lying to Congress is a crime. Telling someone to lie to Congress is a crime. In fact, telling someone to lie to Congress is a federal felony. So now almost every pundit acknowledges if Donald Trump did this, well, it's clear obstruction of justice, clear federal felony. Eric Holder's out there saying, well, at a minimum, he should be impeached. A lot of people are saying at a minimum, he should be impeached. No one's denying that would be a federal felony. So now that you turn to the kids, Ivanka, did you know about the Trump Tower meeting? That's what Michael Cohen lied about. And that meeting, apparently, that potential deal was worth up to $300 million for the Trump organization, okay? $300 million, that's a lot of reasons. By the way, Trump later, when caught, and said, hey, well, it turns out you were doing those dealings in the middle of your campaign all the way through June when you'd already were the Republican nominee. He said, what was I supposed to do? I might have lost. I didn't want to lose any business interests. In other words, they were going to do the Trump Tower deal in Moscow with the Russians, and he was doing it while in the middle of the campaign as the Republican nominee. That's already horrific. Then he tells Michael Cohen to lie about it. And then Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr. apparently, according to the sources that BuzzFeed have, were totally read in on it. So they're also culpable. And so that gets to my theory on the resignation, which I'll get to at the end here. When asked, Ivanka, Did you know about the Trump Tower in Moscow meetings? Her spokesperson says she knew minimally. That means she knew. That means she knew. Donald Trump Jr. said, I knew about it peripherally. That means they knew. They're not even denying that they knew. They absolutely knew. So that's what leads to the resignation, because they go to Donald Trump and they go, look, you could either keep the money, whatever money you have, and not be humiliated and let out in handcuffs, and your kids don't go to jail and you leave, right? Or you stay and you all go to trial. You want Ivanka to go to trial? She knew. My guess is that is why he'll resign. And I have been remarkably consistent on this from day one. So, and here it is playing out. Look, I hope you guys enjoy our analysis. Show's live tonight.